All right, we are now on our way to Hillsborough's North Cave, or the longest cave in New Brunswick, if you will, at 1,689 feet deep or long.
Yes, sir.
Yep. I think our goal today is to, well, obviously reach the end of the cave and get it all on video, but we did leave gnomes in there if you watched the story time video that we made.
Very true.
Yeah.
We have to pay them a greeting.
So we gotta pay our gnomes a greeting, and I've heard from other cavers in New Brunswick that they have already been moved. So we might have to do a little bit of a search and rescue mission, you know?
Yeah. Put them back to their homes.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Back to the cavern.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. All right. There it is. Longest cave in New Brunswick. One of the most spectacular entrances too. Giant white cliff right above it.
So tall.
Isn't it? Oh, I can't wait for this one. I've been to this one numerous times, and I've only made it to the back one time. So this hopefully is going to be the second. Yeah. Woo. Now, just like the other cave, this is perfect. It looks like there's not much water trickling through this. All right. This is the last time we're going to be able to stand in this cave until we get past the tight water crawl. Yep, the entrance is just there behind us. This is not the tight water crawl. However, it looks like it's just going to be a tight crawl without water because there's just a bit of a trickle under the rocks this time, which is perfect. Exactly what we wanted. So, here we go. Here goes nothing.
Yeah, this is usually pretty full of water.
Yeah, really. I have also found animal bones in this cave, assuming porcupine because they tend to like these cooler areas. It's pretty crazy how quickly this cave tapers down. See up here, it gets even narrower ceiling-wise, and then it opens up right after that.
Didn't this used to be like a spot you could go to, or?
No.
No?
Not that I remember.
It didn't collapse?
It's a good question. I don't know. It's hard to tell in these caves. I find you can really tell if the white rock has collapsed in these caves when they don't have any of the mud on top of them.
Yeah, right.
These ones all do, so they probably have already been submerged in water multiple times. Yeah. Up ahead us here is what I like to call the mud beach. It's a straight up, well, beach of mud with two streams running on either side of it. And the second stream is the one we're going to be following back up to get to the second half of this 1,600 foot long cave. Now, along with this being the longest cave in New Brunswick, it's also probably one of the sketchiest, just due to the crumbly white rock that it's made up of. Here we are at the mud beach. Lots of footprints from other explorers.
It's so dry in here.
Yeah. Now this sand is more of like a wet, kind of sticks to your clothes and makes you filthy kind of sand, but... Here we are at the first sitting spot right beside the mud beach, and something cool about this cave, actually. See all these rocks up here? It's kind of hard to tell on video, but in real life, they're like pink. Like the white rock has turned pink. I'm not sure what causes that, but it's very interesting. This is the second stream that we are now going to crawl upwards. The tight squeeze is just ahead of me there, so... And there's kind of a pool of water, so I'm going to go up to the right here where there's some rocks and lay down and scooch across. Ooh, some really pink rocks up here. And I feel that cold breeze like the other cave already. Dude, the tight water crawl is dry.
No way.
That's so good.
Holy crap. Dude, we're getting lucky today.
Oh, we're lucky today. Perfect time of the year for this cave. All right. Here comes Isaac. Right back there. Here's the water beside us. Actually, you can see on the water the wind is blowing it, making little ripples in the water. That's cool.
I'm wondering where that wind's coming from. Like, is there like some sort of stream in there?
See, with the other cave, I get it, because there's another hole.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But I've been to the back of this cave. There's no second entrance.
Yeah.
So I'm really not sure where the draft is coming from.
Dude, that's a strong draft, too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can, like, it's a wind, basically.
Yeah, no. It's insane.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and guess that there's probably cracks in the rocks near the back that go up to the surface. And that's probably how a lot of the bats get in here, because I can't imagine they fly 1,500 feet through a cave, but you never know.
Yeah.
You know, bats have good echolocation, so they can do just about whatever they want. So, here goes nothing. The other times that I had to do this, there was actual water running under me, filling up my boots like it was a dam, and I had to, like, basically do a plank like this and slowly move through it, which is quite painful, but a really good exercise, I'll be honest. This time I don't even have to. Just lay on the ground. Still a little wet, but not bad.
I'm so used to having to go through like a giant stream while in this cave. It's so surreal to
It's so
not
dry.
have to do that.
Yeah. There's still these little pockets here of water, like the one right beside me, but luckily beside it there's this big white rock you can lay on.
Yeah.
And then just past that, the stream kind of curves this way, but we can go directly up over that rock and you can stand up on the other side of that. So I might have lied a little bit. You can't fully stand up on the other side of that rock. There's Isaac crawling up over it.
I'm going around.
Oh, he's going all the way around. He's following the stream. Well, I already filled up my boot with water. Climbing up over that rock, I kind of scooped it up like a bucket. But thankfully, I brought an extra pair of socks because I kind of figured this would happen. We're almost to the dolphin head rock. You guys will see what I mean in a second by that. Here it is, the dolphin head rock. And it splits here. Well, not really. It doesn't go the other way. But there is somewhat of a stream back there that's a crawl. And then right here continues for another really long time. And you can actually stand up over there. I'm not lying this time. And actually, off to the right over here, there is a sandy tight crawl that we're going to try and attempt there. And it's probably, actually, I guess the water squeeze back there wasn't the tightest squeeze in this whole cave. That sandy squeeze is, but you don't actually have to do it to get to the end of this cave. It's just kind of like a side quest, essentially. We're gonna try to get a thumbnail at this rock. It's pretty cool. Ah, that's better. Now we can fully stand up. This cave is wild.
Dude, I can't get the headlight on.
Oh. Where's the button?
There we go.
There you go. Yeah. Nice.
Forgot how tall it was here.
Yeah, really. You kind of got two options here. You can crouch down and go that way, or you can go up around this sandy kind of across this little, where the stream usually runs through, but yeah, we're going this way. Heck yeah. And this is the entrance you usually take to do the tight sand crawl, which I'm trying the way out. I try it now, but it's more of a way out type thing. So Isaac just noticed here on the ceiling, There's like this gap of just flat rock. I assume from when this thing was originally formed, when it was like actually full of water. But that's, I'm not sure. That's interesting. It has like a crack up the center too.
Really weird.
Yeah. Anyways, this thing continues for a ridiculous amount. Actually, the large cavern where we left our gnomes last time we were here should be up there to the right in the biggest cavern in this entire cave, which is just about halfway to the end. It's a good checkpoint to stop at and take a break. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Look at this, guys. All the names from previous explorers all etched into this rock. I'm not sure. It's like a powder on top of a clay. And the ceiling above it's really interesting. Yeah.
Why does that look like the beginning of my name?
Well, maybe you...
ISA.
Did you start writing it last time we were here? You might have.
No clue. Why wouldn't I have finished it?
That's a good question. Turns out the large cavern I was talking about, I thought it was right here where it goes up. But actually that's not. That's just a dead end. And it continues that way, so...
Dude, imagine I'm like crawling up here and I see like just the severed head of my gnome.
That would be crazy.
That'd be terrible.
That would be horrible.
You record that?
Maybe. We've made it to the large cavern. The largest cavern of this cave. And, unfortunately, right here is where we left our gnomes. They're both gone. There was a gnome on a chair and a little squirrel guy beside him. Not sure who moved them.
I still miss them. I hope they're farther back in the cave.
Yeah.
Maybe have made a civilization or something. We'll keep looking. There might be a village of more gnomes just wandering around in the back of the caves.
That's what I'm saying. Befriended the bats.
Yeah, maybe the bats are chill.
That's the little room back there in front of you where I seen 2 bats last time we were here. So.
Like in here you saw them?
Yeah, just past those rocks they were perched on the ceiling, so.
I'm not seeing any.
Oh, I mean, it's good and bad. It's good for us, bad for the bat population, but hey.
Yeah. I am Iron Man.
Look at this guy. It looks fine until you go on the side profile.
I am Iron Man.
What the hell? Bro got one pointy breast out the center. So I just noticed at the back of the large cavern, there's this big mudslide where it looks like maybe a sinkhole on the surface had collapsed into here. And maybe it was an entrance at one point in time. And right beside it, I noticed all these roots. I was like, oh, that's cool. That must be like the bottom of a tree. But this is the tree. This is all wood. So I think I just confirmed what I thought. This was definitely probably a sinkhole up on the surface and still is. It's just completely collapsed and filled in. Ain't that right?
That right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right here beside the big square rock that we had left our gnomes on last time we were here, there's this hole like directly under it. I did check, our gnomes are not down there, but I'll insert a picture here from our last adventure of me inside of that hole. Anyways, that's pretty funny. And other than that, the exit to this big cavern is just down there. But there's also a bit of a continuation up here to the left. I did check in the back of this entire cavern and there's not a single bat. So that's good. Yeah, I have crawled up there before. It doesn't exactly continue for any distance. It kind of just tapers off into nothing. So I'm not going to bother today. This is probably the sketchiest looking cluster of rocks right above where the entrance is. Wow. Yeah, you really, when you're in this cave, do not want to be touching or moving a bunch of rocks around at once, for sure. Okay, you ready to face our fears and continue to where the bat flew by our face last time?
I sure am. I'm going to pull an Ozzy Osbourne on it if it does anything.
You're just going to grab it out of the air and bite its head off.
No, that seems mean. I don't know. That seems kind of wrong.
Yeah.
I'll grab it out of the air and then
Give it a kiss.
I'll give it a kiss. Set it down.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we'll become friends.
Exactly. There's the slit we just came from. The big cavern is up there to the left. All right. Continue down this stream. Technically, we're not, because the stream does continue that way, probably closer to the entrance, but I've actually never explored back there. Maybe I'll give it a chance this time. But the real cave goes this way for quite a while, even still. Here's a little nook chook that somebody built.
I don't think that was there last time.
No, I don't think so. Yeah. That's probably the first underground nook chook that I've seen. Such a New Brunswick thing to do. Yeah. Looks like you can stand up over here again, which is great. That really helps the knees. Still no bats in sight. Here's the spot it happened. The bat jump scare. So last time we were here, there was actually 2 bats up in that little corner there. And I noticed one of their ears were twitching, so I let Isaac know. And then as I was turning around this way to continue to the right there, down the cave, the bat flew right by my shoulder, right that way and straight around the corner. And then as we froze in fear, it flew back around the corner. So we sprinted and crawled as fast as we could back to the entrance. So not this time, though.
Not this time.
Nah, we're going to reach the end.
Yeah, we're clear. Oh, yeah.
We got this.
No matter how many bats there are, we're going to reach the end.
That's what I'm saying. And there hasn't been any so far, so that's not looking great for the bat population. But it's kind of hit or miss with the caves around here. It's like there's either going to be quite a bit of them or there's going to be none. It's rare that you'll find like just 1 or 2. All right, just off the side of the main kind of hallway that runs through this whole cave, I just found this crazy, like, probably 10, 15 foot ceiling, like, circle hole with water dripping through it. I'm going to guess we're not that far from the surface because of the water dripping through and that root and tree that I seen recently. There's Isaac behind me. Hey.
Howdy.
This cave has lots of little kind of side trails off of the main kind of strip that we're doing. So I'm gonna check out this one. I have checked it out before. It doesn't really go deep at all. It just goes around the corner. Kind of cool. Hey, that's as far as it goes. Trying not to touch the wall too much back here because all of these rocks seem to want to crumble. But that's just the nature of it. Alright, let's continue. We're probably at least 1,000 feet into this now. At least. And there's no signs of it stopping. Oh, another little side room that opens up. Very nice. There's this weird dripping noise that we can hear. It's like echoey. Oop. Good thing for the helmets. Definitely getting our use out of them already.
I wouldn't survive without one.
No, no.
Oh.
Looks like we're getting close to the end.
That is tight, huh?
Yeah. Starting to get tighter near the end here. I do remember there was a slight room at the end, so we're going to try to make it there. Heck yeah. There's where we just crawled up from. I'm now sitting in the final room. We made it!
We made it!
1,689 feet into New Brunswick soil, and we are here.
That was a breeze. That was nothing. Give
Yeah.
me a real challenge.
Yeah, that's not terrible. We need to go to BC and do some of the crazy ones.
Yeah, we sure do.
Yeah, that's about as crazy as it gets here, I guess.
Yeah. Not too bad.
No. I think my knee pads right now are kind of the perfect example of what this cave is like. Just sharp rocks and mud. Yeah. There's Isaac. All sad because we couldn't find our gnomes.
Do you think people thought it was like, took it as like garbage and it shouldn't be in the caves kind of thing? Or like,
You know, I was thinking that, but
I can't see any other reason why people would just like willingly want to take like 2
Yeah.
porcelain things out of here.
to be honest, this is like one of the probably cleanest caves
Yeah.
we've been in. There's like not really any garbage,
No,
so maybe
really
people
isn't.
have done like garbage runs and taken it out, but well, I hope they enjoy their gnomes and they didn't break them so they can actually reuse them. That would be
Yeah,
that'd be
like
good.
they put them outside and they have our Instagram handles like kind of like hanging out at their
That's
front lawn.
true. Our
That'd be
Instagram
awesome.
handles are still written on the back of them.
Hey, as long as they're being put to good use, that's all I care for.
Exactly.
I just want our gnomes to have a good house. Well, gnome singular. I want our gnome and squirrel to have a good time. with
Exactly.
their new life. That's all that matters.
Yeah, so we're gonna take a little small break here and then head all the way back to the entrance. Probably took us like at least a half an hour just to get back here. I mean, we
If
did
not
stop,
longer.
but like,
we've been in here for a while.
yeah, I mean, we've been in here for over an hour for sure because we've been recording videos and getting thumbnails. But
Yeah.
as far as just crawling, it's still like over half an hour to get back here. Like, yeah. Since we're sitting here just relaxing, I decided I'd charge my phone up with my portable charger. I got my little lamp over there. But I noticed while I was sitting here that all over the roof there's like this like white rock powder, like paste. I don't even know what that's from. Also, I know there was bats back here at some point or multiple points because there's bat crap all under where I'm sitting, which is great. But it kind of just looks like mouse poop. All these little brown dots. A bunch of bat poop. So we're gonna head back now, but we're not gonna go the way we came. We're actually gonna go up this way, which actually goes basically halfway back, like almost all the way to the large cavern that we were in. Alright, I didn't get that on video, but Isaac just said there's a chunk of foam with tape on it.
Yeah, like duct tape.
That's kind of strange.
Look at this.
Let's come see what he's talking about here. Oh. That looks like a homemade knee pad.
Does it actually?
think?
You're right. It does.
Yeah, they probably wrapped that around their elbow or their knee.
That's so funny.
And that's one way to do it.
Hey, anything.
Hey,
to keep
caving
you-
on a budget.
Yeah, anything to keep you safe, I guess. It's
Exactly.
better than not having anything.
That is true. That is true.
Oh my god, that's like a drop.
Oh, yeah. Wow. I'm gonna have to stop recording probably for this one. Oh, maybe not. Let's see.
I think that's one way you can get back.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Right under us goes directly back to the kind of hallway that we took all the way to the back. To be honest, this hallway looks almost more open in some spots.
Yeah. Just a bit. You can try it. Slightly awkward. There's a bit of a drop down there.
Yeah. All right, the secondary hallway we're taking back to the entrance looks like it basically ends right here. I mean, there's a spot back there that I just showed that we can go back to the way we came. Oh, that hole also goes to the way we came.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Weird.
It's
Okay.
really tight. I'm not gonna bother.
Yeah.
The one back for you.
Yeah. Oh. Raw, brother.
All right. Let's see if I can even squeeze through this with a camera. Little shortcut. Oh my god. Dang. Here comes Isaac. Right, we found another passage that went up into the left side of this cave system once again. Hopefully this one does connect to the main cavern that we need to take to get out. I believe it does from the map. We're gonna find out though. This is cool. It's like a straight up tunnel. Oh my god. Oh, there's like a room back here. Nice. Oh, and I found some more of that tape.
No way.
Yeah.
Weird.
Ooh.
Hey. Look at this, right above Isaac, there's a glow stick from a previous explorer, it looks like. And once he's done this squeeze here, if we absolutely have to, we can actually go back to the main entrance right on the other side of this rock.
Yes, sir.
Or the main hallway, not the main entrance. Hey, we're in a bit of a opened up room here. Here's some more of that tape from that person's homemade knee pad. And I'm gonna go back there and see what's back there. I don't think I've ever actually been back there. It'd be new ground for me. Yeah. Mud and rock slip and slide right here.
That's a unique squeeze.
It is, isn't it?
Oh my god.
The rocks kind of help you slide, honestly.
There we go.
Yeah. Now, I didn't even notice this on the way in. But I guess there's this, like, full-on uphill second cavern off to the side. And there we are. Back to the main hallway. Actually, so I just clued in when I came down off of that. That is literally directly where the bats were that flew by us. And the only reason we had never explored that area of the cave was because we didn't want to go underneath the bats. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a good shortcut.
Yeah, and that's where the bat flew around the corner and then flew back around and scared us. So yeah.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, so
Nice little slide at the end too. So
yeah. I was right. It basically goes almost all the way back to the big cavern. It's just around the corner. Nice. Here we are at the tightest squeeze of the cave, the sand crawl. This is going to make me truly filthy, hence why I'm doing it on the way back to the entrance and not the way in. There's also a second cavern once I get back there that I can also show you guys if I can still fit through it. We'll see. All right. It actually looks like as people went through here over the years, the sand has like worn down and pushed to the sides, making it easier. Oh. Shit, my headlamp died. Bad timing. Okay, turns out my headlamp did not die. It just hit the ceiling and pressed the button and turned it off. Which is alright anyways, because I have a second light in my hand here. Now this next part in front of me is the tightest part of the squeeze. I don't think iPhone will ever capture how truly tight this squeeze is, but there's no way I'm going to be able to record my slither through this. It's far too tight. So there's the squeeze I just came from. And to my left here is another room back there that you can actually almost stand up in. And I've been there once before. Now for the sake of this video, and I actually was correct, my headlamp did die, it just turned off again. For the sake of the video, I am going to go back there and get a clip real quick, and then I just got to crawl straight back out on the opposite side of me here on the split. That is the way that Isaac is. I just yelled so he can hear me, so he knows I'm okay. So let's try this. All right, here we go. This crawl is actually probably even tighter than the crawl I just did. So I had to take off my book bag just to fit through here. Let's see. I've only been back here once, so I'm gonna try to get a good picture for Instagram while I'm back here. And with my head sideways, my helmet is hitting both sides of the cave. That is how tight it is. All right. Now, I'm not gonna bother getting in here enough to actually stand up because, well, I guess I'll have to just to turn around. But I'll get this video right here. See, it's not quite big enough to stand up, but close. And there's a bunch of fallen rocks in front of me. It looks like the cave may have continued that way a little bit at some point, but I checked last time I was here and it no longer continues, so. Yeah, time to go back to where Isaac is and get a picture of this. There, the final squeeze of the day. Now I just gotta scooch down this little dirt hill and back to Isaac and back to the entrance. So, little dilemma. As I was crawling through the tightest area, my headlamp died.
No, that's terrible.
So I'm lucky that my handheld one did not die.
Yeah, really though.
But at the same time, I have my phone in my hand, so I had that flashlight too.
Yeah.
If I need. First time for everything, I guess.
Yeah, guess so.
I got it on video too. I thought I just hit my head on the ceiling and turned the button off, but it really did die.
Yeah, that's all that matters, that you got on video.
Exactly. Cameramen never die.
This is so true.
That's what they all say.
See, I haven't died yet, so.
It's true. Yeah. Woo! Awesome. Awesome. Here's the final water squeeze that we have to do before I make it out of this cave. But I just noticed all of this like warped mud. It almost looks like old rust or something, but it's just mud. Obviously that must have happened from the water over the years, but that's crazy. I've never seen anything like it. Almost back.
Yes, sir.
In good time too, actually. It took us probably half the time to get back as it did to get in there.
Look at this piece. It's so weird.
Whoa.
I'm at like the weirdest angle right now. Don't show that to the camera. What a tight squeeze.
That's what I'm saying. I was just saying to Isaac how that tight squeeze most times of the year actually kind of protects it from people being able to go in there and vandalize it. So it's really only a couple months of the year you can actually explore this whole cave.
Yeah, it's true.
We made it!
Sure did.
Yes, sir!
Woo!
Exactly. And that, folks, there's the entrance there. That is the longest cave in New Brunswick. I'm sure we will be visiting again eventually in the future, but
It's a fun cave.
that is a fun one.
I'd recommend if you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to come back.
Exactly. Not sure the next cave we'll be doing, but hopefully it'll be this summer still. I think we still have a couple months of opportunity ahead of us. You know,
sir.
still gotta find that cave. What is it? Chantel's cave, right outside of St. John. The one we tried to find one day, but
Yeah, we haven't found that one yet.
not yet. Maybe that'll be next.
Could be the next journey.